So it was a hot, sunny day. Me and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, I decided to head over to the 7-Eleven.
It's like, babe, it's just so hot out today. It's hot. Why don't we go get some Slurpees from 7-Eleven?
I'm like, all right, let's go head over here to the 7-Eleven. So we head over to the 7-Eleven, grab the Slurpees, and as I'm about to exit the parking lot, we need to make a right-hand turn to get back to her house. And there's a sign that says, no right turns. So I say, I guess I'm going to make the right. If I make the left, we're going to have to deal with tolls and traffic, and I think I'm going to make the right. So as I'm waiting to make the right, I said, God, I wonder how God feels about us making illegal right-hand turns. My wife says,
Babe, God doesn't really care about us making right-hand turns. God's not really that involved in our lives to where he's thinking about us making right-hand turns.
So as I'm making this right-hand turn, I look up ahead to my right. There's a cop standing outside of his car. He has a Cadillac pulled over. This cop points at me, and points me over to the side of the road. I just got pulled over by a cop who wasn't even in his cop car or on a bike, just standing on his feet. I just got pulled over by a cop. So I pull over. Cop wraps up the situation with the Cadillac. Cadillac leaves, walks over to my car, immediately tells me to get out of the car. Doesn't ask how I'm doing, doesn't ask for registration, doesn't ask for license, anything. Immediately asks me to get out of the car. He directs me to the rear of the car. So I go to the rear of the car where I've been directed, and I start to lean on the back of the car because I'm disappointed this is happening to me. My girlfriend's in the car. I'm trying to be the cool kid, not take this the wrong way. So the cop starts giving me a lecture about my inability to make left-hand turns, and the cop begins to explain to me what I've done wrong and why he pulled me over on foot. He says,
when you made that right-hand turn, you do realize that you swung all the way out into the left lane of traffic, which is oncoming traffic, which could have caused a pretty severe accident for yourself and whomever else was traveling.
I understood. Told the cop I understood. At that point, he asked for my license and registration, which I already had because I've been through this before, and I know how this goes for me. So at that point, I used my Jedi mind trick on him, and I said,
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He can go about his business.
But of course that didn't work. So he goes to his car and he runs my license, registration. Realizes the car's not registered to myself because at that time I was driving my girlfriend's car.
Is your car's not registered in your name?
I say, I understand, sir. It's my girlfriend's car. She's in the car now. We were just driving over here to pick up some Slurpees from 7-Eleven. So he goes back to the car, issues the ticket, hands me the ticket, and tells me to
have a nice day.
So short story long, God does care about right-hand turn signs and illegal right-hand turns. So if you're out driving, remember to follow and obey the traffic laws.